My name is Christian Weston Chandler. I'm here to find happiness with my true sweetheart, who I've known for over 2 months now. My mother and my father are angry at me! Pickle Man tricked me again.
Dwudziesty 28 października. W odpowiedzi na ostatnie wideo Liquid Chrisa, Solid postanowił nagrać muzyczną wideo odpowiedź.
Yo, MC Chris, I'm gonna rap it to you, man. Listen up. I think your video use lame as you done copying this and that. I'm gonna screw you. I'm gonna take you to town. Who do you think you are, Eric Cartman? Screw you! I'm going home. Because you know you had all the blessings. She was smart, she was sweet, she was very fun. I tell you what you did. She done left you, boy. You lost her. You treated her like a dang rag doll. Dang rag doll. And she ain't no rag doll. She's a caring human being. And you was the dang fool for mistreating her like you did. And I love her for so much more than that. And you're so dumb. You threw it all away, man. She left you, now she's with me. So at this point, you could just... So at this point, man, I tell you what you could do with all your notions you had with lovely, good, sweet Casey. At this point, you could just dream on. Because she and I, we share sweet emotion. You didn't share no sweet emotion. You just done played her for a fool. And I don't care, and I don't take to fools like that. And by the way, you know what? I don't care about being a virgin, because you know what? She and me, we gotta be like, loving an elevator. Loving it up in an elevator. Yeah, and I will kick your ass, because I'm crazy. Come on. You come find me in person, and I'll kick your ass. Come on. Have a good day.
Liquid postanowił nagrać własne diss video.
Casey, you understand. This Ian, you do not want anything to have to do with him. I will win you back. I promise. And another thing, I am gonna show you who is the real better talented CWC in order to get you back. Cause I will have you back, baby. I miss you. Here he is, MCCWC, throwing down his favorite rhymes, y'all. Yeah, okay. Casey doesn't love you. It's true, I checked her email this Tuesday at 7:02. She has more apprehension than someone like you, having your semen and drinking it too. In orange Fanta chocolate syrup you just can't refuse. Motherfuckers online think that it cannot be true, but you prove them wrong. Bottoms up is your motto, so it slides down your throat like a melted gelato. I'm gonna rip off your 4-inch deformed dick, shove it up your ass like a certain medallion. Then I'm gonna turn you into a murder statistic, because bitch, I'm high fucking functioning autistic. Out. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you listen to that and you take in the words from that. Peace, and have a good day.
Dzień później Solid Chris opublikował kolejny wideo szantaż skierowany do Clyde Cash'a, ujawniając kolejny fragment ze zdjęcia.
Look at Mr. Clyde Cash now. His muscles are so weak, they fall right down. Look at that. He's so weak and feeble. And look at him. And you know what? I highly recommend this to every dude who goes around shirtless. Wear a muscle bra, because nobody, and I mean nobody, wants to see your doggone ugly pecs. They're so ugly and repulsive. Ugh. Creeps everybody out. But anyway, you want to see real muscles? Check these out. Da-da-da-dun. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-dun. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But anyway, enough said about me. This guy is really weak. Stay tuned for another piece.
W Halloween postanowił opublikować kolejny fragment zdjęcia, wplatając tym razem postaci z serialu animowanego South Park.
Live from somewhere, it's Good Morning Somewhere, and they are live as Mr. Cash and his friend are getting Jonas Brothers in their face. And also, he likes to pee. He has that fetish. Anyway, and now for something completely different. Stay tuned for something completely different. A bunch of good push-ups.
Opublikował kolejne wideo, w którym wykonuje 30 pompek. Jak można zauważyć, nie są wykonywane prawidłowo. Również tego samego dnia Casey zaśpiewała kobiecą część piosenki A Whole New World z bajki Aladdin. Chciała, aby męską część nagrał Liquid Chris, jednakże Solid błędnie zinterpretował, że ta prośba była skierowana do niego. Nagrał męską część, przedstawiając wideo obrazek z poradnika, jak narysować mangę. Była to część serii poradników poświęcona rysowaniu par, erotyki, a nawet intymnych zbliżeń między mężczyznami.
I can show you the world, shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me, princess, now when did you last let your heart decide? I can open your eyes.
W czwartym materiale opublikowanym tego dnia postanowił przedstawić się rodzicom Casey, próbując pokazać od jak najlepszej strony.
Good day, Mr. and Mrs. D, Casey's parents. How are you today? I'm good. I'm okay. But anyway, I am making this video directed to you both. You know, I'm definitely better than the previous Chris that y'all got to know. He recently went a little crazy. He recently went crazy and all that, but this is not about him. This is about me. I am 27 years old. I stand a good 5 foot 10 inches. I'm very strong. Matter of fact, I just did 30 push-ups, which you can see in a recent video on this same YouTube account. I feel like I am honest, loyal, and reliable. I prefer to keep a soft-spoken tone of voice. But when I have to, I can be argumentative and such. I like to keep things in long thoughts, you know. Sometimes it takes me a while to think about things, but if it doesn't take much thought, or if I can come up with a decision right away, then quick like that. I mean, it definitely took a while, after getting to know Casey, to realize that I loved her, that I care about her very much, and I love her. But anyway, I feel like I am a good boyfriend material. Like I said, because of my honesty and reliability, and my loyalty. So hopefully with your consent, y'all will allow me to be closer to your daughter in communication and in, location. She and I have already met in person, as she can tell you herself about her first impressions of me, and as well as second impressions, because we met a second time as well. But anyway, anyway, when the time comes, I look forward to meeting you both. So I bid y'all a safe and pleasant day. Thank you.
Pod koniec tego dnia Clyde wysłał materiał Chrisowi, w którym wykonuje nie 30, a 31 pompek. W odpowiedzi Chris postanowił nagrać wideo, w którym stara się go nastraszyć, napinając swoje mięśnie.
You think you're so tough? You think you're so tough? No, you are not. You are weak. This war is far from beyond over, Mr. Clyde. You got nothing. You got nothing. You are weak and very powerless. I am the strong one. I am strong. You back down. You are a weakling. I am the strong buff one.
Jeszcze tego samego dnia opublikował wideo mające na celu poniżyć Clyde Casha. Przedstawione są wieże World Trade Center, gdzie jak wiemy zostały zniszczone w wyniku ataku terrorystycznego 11 września 2001 roku. Materiał wywołał kontrowersje, przyciągając kolejnych nowych widzów.
Well now, Mr. Clyde, your fame and fortune shall fall just like these twin towers. They go crumbling down with an airplane. You are weak. I'm the strong one. You are going down, Mr. Clyde Cash.
Liquid Chris napisał w komentarzu pod tym wideo: Jak śmiesz kpić z ponad 3000 ludzi, którzy zginęli w wyniku ataku z 11 września? Pokażę to Casey, a ona skopie ci tyłek, a ja pomogę. Proszę, umrzyj quick. I jeszcze jedno. Casey pochodzi z rodziny wojskowej. Teraz jesteś skazany na zagładę. Następnego dnia, w wyniku otrzymania setek niepochlebnych komentarzy, Chris postanowił przeprosić za swoje ostatnie wideo.
Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for the recent video I uploaded, which obviously was a terrible joke. I had no intention of offending anybody on such a worldwide manner. I was meant only to offend Clyde and to note on how weak he was. I personally feel sad to know the day of 9/11. I cared about its effects just like the next person. Anybody. I'm a good American. God bless America. God bless America, land of the free, and the home of the brave. Anyway, yeah. So again, I am so sorry for making that Photoshop pic and making a terrible joke. I love America. I was born in America, and I'm proud to be an American. But anyway, instead of that, I have made up an alternate joke. Yeah. Okay. I will snuff out Clyde because he is so weak. I will snuff him out just like the candles on a birthday cake. I'll snuff him out like a birthday cake candle. And again, I apologize for the bad joke. I've already deleted it, and I would appreciate forgiveness, just like the next person. And I promise it will not happen again. God bless America.
Trzeciego listopada nagrywa coś na wzór wideo wstępu do materiału, który opublikuje chwilę później.
The following presentation is for my girlfriend Casey. How you doing, girl? I love you. Anyway, I had a few technical difficulties with during the making of the following video. Like, I only got two hands, and I had to handle multiple controllers, and plus there was some visual static between the DVD burner and the television. But at least the final result ended clean. Alright, so anyway, enjoy this because it's about as good as drawing the comic pages.
Przesłany materiał był gameplayem z gry Little Big Planet, gdzie Chris stworzył swoje własne mapy i scenariusz, w którym ratuje Casey. Sterowalnymi postaciami był sam Solid Chris i Liquid. W czasie gameplayu Solid porusza się jednym i drugim Chrisem, przez co musi używać dwóch kontrolerów naraz. Na końcu, po uratowaniu Casey z rąk Liquida, ukazany jest walentynkowy pokój, który pierwotnie był przygotowany dużo wcześniej dla Julie. Jeszcze tego samego dnia odbywa rozmowę z mężczyzną podającym się za ojca Casey. Jest to jedna z najważniejszych rozmów, jaką Chris odbył w swoim życiu. W odcinku zostaną umieszczone najważniejsze fragmenty, których jest niemało. Dla tych, którzy chcieliby odsłuchać całą rozmowę, szykowane jest bonusowe wideo, które na dniach zostanie opublikowane na kanale.
Hello?
Hey Chris, it's Casey.
Hi Casey, how are you?
I'm cool. I'm over at my parents' house because they wanted to call.
Okay.
Because they saw some of your videos and I gave them the letter.
All right.
Let me go ahead and get my dad for you because he wants to talk to you.
All right. By the way, what's his name?
It's Matthew.
Hello, Chris. This is Matthew, Casey's father.
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Looks like I have a couple questions for you. Well, maybe more than a couple.
I'm happy to oblige with an honest answer.
Okay. Well, first and foremost, let's see, you got a job, son?
Not currently, but I am working towards getting a job. I have been filling applications left and right.
Really? What kinds of places? What kind of skills you got?
I'm looking, I'm applying for like, retail stores and such. Got an application in over at the new CVS in Ruckersville, and one over at Walmart, and I had one over at Target. I have worked before. I worked at Wendy's in the Ruckersville for a few months.
Right, that's minimum wage stuff. Did you go to college or something?
Yeah, I went to college and I got a degree and a certificate in computer-aided drafting and design.
And you're working at Target. I mean, I know the economy's bad, but I mean, surely you've got to, use that somehow, right? I mean, how old are you again?
I'm 27, sir.
You're almost 30. You're working at Target. You want to work at Target, I should say.
Yeah, well, not really sure what kind of jobs my degree and certificate would get me, but I mean, like if I did know, then I would strike up on the job.
You got a degree not knowing what kind of jobs you could get in that field, and you've had it for how long? When did you graduate?
I graduated in 2006.
2006. So you've had it for 3 years, and you have done nothing with it. You haven't had any jobs between then.
Yeah, I did volunteer. I have done volunteer work.
That doesn't pay though. Well, but what kind? Humor me.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand the question.
Well, what kind of volunteer work? Humor me.
All right. Well, yeah, I helped the children over at the as an assistant gym leader for the Pokemon Trade Card Game League.
Pokemon? Wait,
Yeah,
that
you know, teach them how to play and building decks from what scratch they had, and just making sure they kept in order. You know, don't get too crazy.
And how long ago was this?
So what was that?
How long ago was this? I mean, wasn't that Pokemon thing? Wasn't that like back in the 90s when that was really popular? I mean, I think my youngest daughter used to like that, but you know, that was years ago.
It was the late 90s.
You've been playing a children's card game for 10 years.
Yeah, but also it was like, you know, it's a form of babysitting.
Babysitting, but doesn't babysitting usually, you know, pay? I mean, and that doesn't really sound like you're, you know, volunteering. You know, when I think voluntary work, I think like, you know, Red Cross, that kind of thing, you know, actually going out and really helping people. Anyways, I'm done talking about Pokemon now. I got a couple more. Okay, so what kind of place you got? You got a place of your own? Where are you living at?
Yeah, I'm currently living in a 2-story house with my mother and my father.
Living with your parents, age 30. Got it.
Yeah, well, I hope that that doesn't strike you in a bad tune, but yeah, it's just like I just did not feel comfortable leaving the safety of my home for the while.
Why is that exactly?
It's like, you know, I just did not feel like, you know, I just had not felt like I was ready for a place of my own just yet.
You got to leave somehow. You got to leave at some point. I mean, I think you know, most of my kids, you know, move out, you know, 18, 20. You're really serious about Casey, are you not?
Yes, I am serious about Casey. And with her help, I feel like I could get a good start on being able to, you know, shortly in the near future, move out of the house.
You need her help in order to support both of you. My daughter needs a man to support her. How serious are you about my daughter, really, if you aren't even willing to support yourself, you know?
And I do have a monthly income that I get.
Do you now?
Yeah, I get from the government.
Why do you get it? I mean, I'm a pretty strong Republican. You know, we don't really like that whole welfare thing. You know, we work, and if we can't work, we go join the military. That's what I did.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, you see, I'm high functionally autistic.
So, isn't that autism thing? It's like it's not like you're not retarded, are you? I mean, I'm just saying, you know, isn't that that's a genetic thing, right? I mean, I don't want any, if you're really going to get with my daughter, I don't want tard babies. I think you'd probably be best if you adopted or something. It's a good thing, you know.
Yeah, well, yeah. In my case, though, I would not care to adopt. You see, I have a dream. I have my dream, and that dream is to give birth to share a daughter with my wife to be, and her name would be Crystal.
A dream, as in like you were asleep and you saw something.
Yeah, and plus in the dream, I had like an office job.
I think Casey actually doesn't really like that name. You know, it's kind of a stripper name. You know, Crystal. You know, it's kind of like Crystal too. You know, like that. It would not be Crystal. It would be Crystal. Yeah, but even so, I mean, you said this all came to you in a dream. I mean, dreams, you know, they don't pay the bills, and I mean, it's just a dream. That's all just from your head. I mean, you know, I had a dream once where, you know, I was flying. You don't see me doing that. I must say, I'm not really impressed. But let's move on. Now let's talk about a little bit about what you think about my lovely daughter. You know, what was the first thing you liked or noticed about Casey?
I noticed her beautiful face.
Her beautiful face.
And her blue-green eyes are like a pair of swimming pools that I would just love to swim around and bathe myself in. So the first thing you notice is I'm very poetic as well, just to let you know, sir. but also, I definitely like to take notes, over time, over talking to her. And I've learned that, she's very smart and a whole lot, very fun to hang around with. And she definitely knows what she's talking about.
But still, the first thing that you noticed was her appearance. So it's like, you're looking for like a trophy wife or something. It's kind of funny.
No, I was like the first thing I noticed about her when we met in person. But when we talked first, between phone calls and emails. I actually learned that she was smart and very delightful to talk to. And then, after a while, she and I met in person, and then I got to appreciate her face. Smart, charming wit behind it.
This doesn't really add up to what Casey told me. I mean, from the impressions I got from what she said about her your first little encounter, we'll call it. She said she was a little bit uncomfortable around you. And apparently when you first talked to her, you actually were pretending to be somebody else. Actually, that other Chris. That.
Yeah, well, that was another thing. Yeah, our friend Kim. Yeah, she helped me get into that Chris's email account before I ever learned about Casey. And,
that Chris, was her boyfriend at the time. I've actually talked to that guy. Met him in person. He's actually a pretty nice kid.
Yeah, but if you notice his YouTube videos, he does get a little crazy. But anyway, for the past, I'd say, greater months now, he was pretending to be me for at least up to a few months ago, where he pretends. I'm assuming pretend that he gets kidnapped and tied up and then sent to the desert.
That just doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, why would he pretend to be you? Someone like you, guy who lives with his parents.
First off, I'm internet famous for being the original creator of the. It's like a combination of Sonic the Hedgehog and Pikachu. But it's like kind of a combination parody. And so I'm like the original creator of Sonic and Roschu, the Electric Hedgehog Pokemon.
I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. I mean, I barely know what Sonic the Hedgehog and Pokemon is other than it's kids stuff. So basically what I'm getting here is that you took two, like, kids things and put them together. Two copyrighted kids things. Don't you need permission from both Sega and Nintendo?
Yeah, I have talked to Sega as well. But anyway, I got internet famous, I got the fans, and then I got the naysayers, which were the internet bullies and trolls.
Okay, I'm sorry. This is just getting completely ridiculous. All this internet. I mean, all this internet stuff. I don't know much about computers, but I mean, this sounds like just a whole waste of time that I don't care about because it doesn't pay the bills. And it does not help support my Casey.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, I understand.
I mean, I was in the military. I mean, I was doing something. I fought in Desert Storm. I fought against Saddam Hussein.
Okay, you fought in Desert Storm, fought against Saddam. That's all good. That's very good. That's honorable. That is honorable.
But since you did bring up YouTube, I got kind of an interesting little thing that I noticed in one of your recent videos. I mean, I don't know what exactly you were thinking with this. You did that video with the 9/11. I can't say I really enjoyed that too much. I mean, that kind of hits close to home to me. I mean, my mother, Casey's grandmother, she died on 9/11.
Sorry, I'm sorry to hear that. It was originally intended as a thing against this longer, worser internet troll who goes by the name of Clyde Cash with an alias of Greg Mays.
Let me ask you something. Where were you on 9/11? I mean, they say everybody remembers where they were on 9/11 when they heard that those towers were going down, when a plane had hit those towers and thousands of people died.
Yeah, I was just let go from my job at Wendy's.
You'd been fired from Wendy's.
let go. I was let go from Wendy's, and I was sad. I was sad about that. You know, they gave me
Why?
a slip. It was because of emotional differences.
Also sounds a little gay. I mean, what were you? Did the fry cook break up with you or something? I mean, come on. Good Lord, you want to date? You want to date my daughter? I mean, you're not even giving me an ounce of respect now.
Oh, come on! I grew up a lot. I grew up a lot since then.
God damn! This just sounds like a bunch of fucking whining. I mean, you're not even. You don't even sound like half the man. You know that other Chris sounds like at this point. You don't sound like you've grown up. You play fucking Pokemon.
I am a grown up, sir. I have moved on from Pokemon years ago. I am a grown up. I have moved on from the childish things.
No, you didn't move from you went from Pokemon to Sonichu. I mean, well, what the fuck? This is still just kid shit. You don't have a job. You're still living with your parents. Almost 30 years old. This is ridiculous. I mean, you want to date my daughter. I mean, you realize she's leagues above you right now. I mean, she's out of your reach.
I have suffered through my own trials and tribulations that would be warlike. I have suffered through a whole bunch of enduring physical pains as well. You just could not imagine.
Physical pains. God,
I have worked myself to the bone a lot,
ridiculous.
and I have felt heartaches, and I have
you don't know what
felt like I couldn't move on. But then I still moved on.
In the fucking chest. I mean, I'm lucky to be alive. I mean, my comrade, one of my good buddies, he wasn't so lucky. He died right next to me. I carried him back. Okay, so really, okay, what? Okay, so I have one more question. What do you have to offer my daughter, really, after I've heard all this? What exactly do you have to offer a future med student?
I can offer her a whole bunch of support that Chris could not.
Really? Really?
Like I am honest, I am loyal, I am strong.
Yeah, this guy spoke several languages. He had connections in the comic book industry. This guy could get a job right out of college, and you're mooching off the government, off of my tax money.
I work hard for my father in his garden. I pulled weeds. Those weeds are very hard to pull.
My grandma pulled weeds. My grandma had arthritis, and she pulled weeds every day.
Well, I'm sorry to hear your grandma had arthritis.
That just sounds like basic chores. I mean, that's pulling weeds. On a good day, I had to do 200 push-ups. And I saw those push-ups you saw. I saw those push-ups you did, or whatever you call them, push-ups. I mean, that's not push-ups. I mean, that was, I don't know, you look like you were flopping around like a fish.
I even mowed the lawn, and
lawn.
Yeah, and
wow.
Again, those were very hot days too, and sometimes the lawnmower would quit on me, and I had to practically kickstart it with my foot. I had to kick it and start it up again.
I see 7-year-olds who mow lawns, all day for a summer job, all day, all summer. They handle it just fine. Why can't and they get paid for it. Might I add?
Yeah, well, I was not paid for mowing the lawn.
Sounds like you're fucking with me now.
I am not. I am being very honest with you, sir. I'm telling you the honest truth from my sound mind and my sound heart.
This is just regular, everyday housework. This isn't real work. This is chores.
And you don't think carrying your soldier friend on your back was a heavy burden. That was a heavy burden.
What the fuck is it? Are you mocking me?
I am not mocking you.
Are you? Did you compare?
I'm just pointing out that what you did was a
I don't
heavy
even
burden
know
on
what to
yourself.
say to this. You want my opinion right now? I think you should stay away from my daughter unless you really, really turn around your life. I mean, if you're not even close to Chris right now, you have to get a job at the very least. Move out, and you have to keep your promises because she says you never do.
I do keep my promises.
And I think she should be with her real fiance right now. I mean, he treats her like a princess. You treat her like a set of tits and ass.
No, I treat her like a princess as well. And I treat her, more importantly, as a friend, a true friend.
Doesn't sound like it
Good
at
friend.
all.
You don't know.
I do know, because she talks to me. God, I can't even stand your voice. So whiny. All this sighing. It's like a baby. You'll never be as good as Chris at this rate.
I am a lot better than Chris, believe.
You're not even a functioning human. You're leeching off my government. I met Chris in real life, and he's an upstanding young man. How are you better than this?
I am an American. I am proud to be an American, and I am strong. I am an individual.
Don't tell me you're an American.
I was born in America. I was raised in America my whole life. I never left the United States of America.
You can't tell me you're patriotic. I mean, if you were a patriotic, you wouldn't even thought about making that video, that 9/11 video. I mean, I still can't believe why you made that. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, you don't do that. I mean, you're not acting like a patriot. You're acting more like a terrorist.
Well, I'm sorry I gave off that impression. But at least I was man enough to admit that I was wrong, and I did my best to undo the mistake by deleting that video and making the apology.
You know, Chris and Casey are Americans too. I mean, and sorry doesn't undo the fact that you made that video.
But at least I admit I was wrong, and it takes a man to admit when he is wrong. You're not a man. I mean, you stop trying to call yourself a man. I mean, it takes a real man to change, and you haven't. I do change my habits. I have been changing my habits, and I have been better from the habits that I have changed.
That's a lie. You haven't done shit. Man, you can't have Casey with this kind of... This is just ridiculous. I can't believe I'm talking to someone who's so naive.
You just crossed a line. You just crossed a line by saying the word naive. That is like the worst insult to me.
What line?
A line. You crossed the line. You just really tipped me off right there when you said that.
What are you going to do about it?
Serdeczne podziękowania dla moich wspierających, w tym dla Dominika, Profanatora 28 i Czarna Gnaga Twoja Stara.